nor is Yasir. But my aunt, Parry, wants to talk. I am going to give her the microphone.
I apologize that I have to sit down because of my back problem and knee problem. I cannot stand up. I speak few minutes, but
Turn a chair.
with your permission, I sit down.
Turn a chair.
Let life be like music and death a note unsaid. Love never dies. When you give someone your heart and they die, it seems like they take it with them. And you spend the rest of your life with a hole inside that cannot be filled. Then death only ends a life, not a relationship. We all know that our time in this world is limited and that eventually all of us will die and end up there, never waking up. And yet, it is always a surprise when it happens to someone we love. For all the fighting that is between brothers and sisters, there creates a bond between them that is quite unique and very special. Hence, it makes their sorrow more profound. To some people, their sister is their best friend. She is someone they talk to over the phone for hours, just talking about nothing at all. The death of a sister is really devastating. When a sibling dies, we feel as a part of us dies too. So the feeling of sorrow and grief are more intense and greater for it. It is something that no one can get used to. The idea of someone so close to you is gone. Just when you think you can accept it, suddenly someone points it out to you and it hits you all over again. The shock. It is said that your life flashes before your eyes just before you die. That is true. It's called life. Life isn't but a flash. At the beginning of a life, I remember Shahnaz was such a pretty and cute girl that people could not help to mention it. In the end, she has so much sense of humor that it is impossible to forget her. Shahnaz was very talented. She showed it through her artwork with metal, jewelry, and wood. Unfortunately, against all her sense of humor, she was so depressed inside that she could not continue with her art or anything else. Depressed or not, she brightened our lives with moments of happiness and laughter. At the end of her life, she showed us how courageous she was. As nobody saw her complaining, she tolerated everything quietly and in the end died in peace, even though the disease that took her life was a very bad one. The loss of a sister, especially such a relative, can be particularly painful, but holding dear all of the memories that we shared will help us to cope. My dear sister, though we don't have you among us, you will always be remembered remembered as a reliable friend, a loving sister, and an understanding mother to us. You are like our guardian angel that would just jump out nowhere whenever we need some help. Thanks for sharing your life with me and with the rest of us gathered here together today to celebrate your life. My dear Shahnaz, you will stay always with me until the very end. Life is but a stopping place, a pause in what's to be, a raise in resting place along the road to sweet eternity. We all have different journey, different paths along the way. We all were meant to learn something, but never meant to stay. Our destination is a place far greater than we know. For some, the journey is quicker. For some, journey is slow. And when the journey finally ends, we'll claim a great reward and find an everlasting peace together with the Lord.